Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It is great to be with you guys tonight. As I was telling you, having a little bit of a LED bleed over there, LCD bleed over there. I'll just fix that. When the light gets too close to the screen, it actually causes the screen to get excited and causes more white patterns, and we don't want that. So great to be with you guys here. It is Thursday night show. I'm on Friday morning. I know that. Welcome, whether you're with me at 12:15 a.m., 12:15 p.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m. It doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for being here. We're having an amazing week, and we have one more show about this master topic, which I'm going to get to in just a second. And that is unlocking the power of your surroundings. We've been talking about how the surroundings you have actually affect the way you act in life and also the decisions that you make. All right, so the show's content for tonight is a really good one. The Power of Binaural Beats on Our Mind, Series 3, Show 35. And we are on episode number 6. So I think that's pretty cool how that's working. And I think the most important thing to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is that it has to do with the fact that, your life is something that makes a big difference on everyone, right? It makes a huge difference. And so I will tell you that it's a very big problem, right? A big problem because it's something that a lot of people don't quite get, right? They don't get the fact that, your life has all this type of potential, right? All this potential. And so this is something that I want to share with you because I think it's something that everyone needs to know. And I want to talk about an interesting point here. And this point, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of binaural beats. So what the heck are binaural beats? That's probably a very good thing to ask. What is a binaural beat? Well, a binaural beat, they're sounds, if you will. Brainwave frequencies is probably the best way to explain them. And if you listen to two tones, each at a different frequency and each in a different ear, your brain creates an additional tone you can hear. Pretty cool, right? If you ask me. So binaural beats, they've been around for a long time. They're not new. And what binaural beats do is they actually help transition us into conscious waves, right? Waves of consciousness. So they're really cool. We have basically 2, 3, 4, 5 different brain waves. We have the gamma waves, which are higher than 30 hertz. This is what you get when you're concentrating, focusing, and learning. We have the beta waves, which is basically 13 to 30 hertz during most activities and while awake. And then we have the alpha waves, which is while we're relaxed or sleepy, 8 to 12.99 hertz. We have the theta waves during stages 1 and 2 of light sleep, 4 to 7.99. And we have the delta waves, 1.3.99 during stage 3 of deep sleep. So this is really cool how this works. And our mind and our body has so much potential. Really a lot of potential. So I think it's something that maybe you're not aware of, but something that I think you should be aware of because it is something that can really help and enhance your life. That's the thing I think that's really interesting for everyone to understand is what we call it waves. I call it waves of consciousness. And so you might be asking, hey, John, this is really cool, right? But the thing you might be asking me is, so John, why do I want to listen to binaural beats? Thought you'd never ask. So the benefits of listening to binaural beats are, well, they are pretty, let's say, vast. One is it encourages relaxation, um, promote positivity, and decrease anxiety. You can have binaural beats for that, which is in the one range, 8 to 13. That's the alpha. Then we have the 14 to the 30, which is to help you have increased concentration, alertness, problem solving, and improve memory. But what does a binaural sound do? Well, it's stereo audio that's recorded through dual microphone setup. And the goal of the recording binaural sound is to create a 3D audio effect that simulates sound as if it is being heard live. Binaural sound is best experienced by headphones, and the word binaural just means having two ears. So, what happens when you listen? Well, your brain activity matches the frequency set by the frequency of the beat, and it's called the frequency following effect. And this means you can use binaural beats to entrain your brain to reach a certain mental state, which I think is really, really cool. Binaural beats and soft edge geofrequencies are two popular types of healing sounds. Binaural beats are an auditory illusion created by playing different tones in different frequencies in each ear. Are binaural beats legitimate? Well, it's an illusion, if you will, but it means that the perception of the basis is not the interference of the two sounds, but a result of their combined neural activity taken through elicitation in the auditory pathway of your brain. So, how long should you listen? Well, you can vary the time. For 30 minutes can help and train your brain to reach a desired mental state. I think that's a really important thing. Do they work without headphones? Well, yes, you do. Binaural beats work from different tones being sent to each ear, and you need to listen to a binaural beats on a headphone to get the full effect, or you won't really see a big change. Are binaural beats healthy for us? They've been reported many times to promote a general sense of mental well-being as well as reduced depression. Can you sleep while listening to binaural beats? So the brain will listen to these beats, and the sound waves create shifts in brain waves, generating slower frequencies that promote deeper sleep or relaxation. Yes, so the answer to that is absolutely yes. Can you read while listening to binaural beats? You can listen to binaural beats while working, reading, gardening, or other activities, but it depends on the purpose of why you're listening to binaural beats. The thing about them is they are really, really cool because what they do is they allow our mind and body to reach a different state, a state that we may not have been already aware of, but now we can be aware of that. So I think that's something that a lot of people would probably want to say that's, that's a pretty cool thing. Okay. It is a pretty cool thing. So I will tell you that most people that, let's say, are involved with binaural beats, it's like, they have no clue what's going on. I mean, there is like no clue. So I know you're probably saying, John, how does that even happen? Well, it has to do with taking us to a different level. Does that make sense? Taking us to a different level. And hopefully that makes a little sense. Does that make sense to everybody? And I know you're probably saying, hey, how does it work? I I think the best way to understand is that a lot of people, when they're thinking about, whether it's binaural beats or whether it's some other type of thing, the most important thing I think that you will probably want to recognize is that people don't necessarily know why something works, but it just works, right? So I think that's something that's really, really cool. Okay. I mean, really, really cool. It's so cool that you probably will be blown out of the water from it. Okay. That's something that I think a lot of people don't quite understand. And so binaural beats are a good tool to help condition the mind and body into a place or state that we want to be. But sometimes we can't get there because maybe we're too stressed, maybe we're focused on something else, right? There could be lots of reasons to why we are not able to, let's say, understand this. And I don't think it's a hard thing to understand, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's something that you'll become more accustomed to as you use them. I mean, the fact that you can just drop into a deep state of relaxation is just so amazing. But you might be saying, "Hey, John, I don't even know if that's possible." Well, the reason you don't know it's possible is because you haven't had the chance to try it. You haven't had the chance to really look and see how this actually works. I think that's probably the most important thing. So I know what you're saying. I know what's going on. I know you're probably telling me, "Hey, John, this doesn't make sense." But I'm here to tell you that it does, because it basically transports us to another state of mind. And that happens by the binaural frequencies, okay, the beats that we're getting. So a binaural beat, like I said, there are two tones, there are different frequencies, and they're played in separate ears through headphones. And human beings perceive these sounds, and they create a new third tone, which the frequency is equivalent to a difference between the two tones being played. The auditory illusion is called a binaural beat. For example, if a person hears a 405 in one ear and a tone of a 415 in the other, they would be hearing a binaural beat of 10 hertz. That's pretty amazing. So you produce a binaural beat, as we said. They can be used for different purposes depending on what you're doing and things like that. And it can entrain your brain. They can help with so many things in your life. I think the biggest thing about binaural beats is that they allow us to just be and not have to think of anything. I think that's a real difference. Okay. I think that's a big, big difference. And that's something that I think a lot of people, don't quite get. Okay. They don't quite get what it means. Okay. And so if we can understand that a binaural beat allows our brain to create a third frequency, and that frequency causes us to drop into it, I think it's pretty powerful. So certain tones can have effects on us. But when we have different tones that are not exactly the same in both ears, our brain creates a third tone, causing us to drop into the state that we want to be in. I think it's really cool. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic, wee hours of the morning of Friday. I hope you'll like, love, and support the channel. Comment below, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. And I'll be sure to catch you guys tomorrow for our wrap-up of this grandmaster topic of unlocking the power of your surroundings. I'll catch you guys real soon. I hope you have a good night or a good morning. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, your surroundings are what make you.